Here. Sorry I was a few minutes late, but trying to run around, get everything done for the day. We're having great weather right now in Florida. It's the sun's finally out and it's starting to warm up. The last 2 weeks it's actually been very cold, so it's been like really crazy around here trying to keep the fish warm and where the cold's not, affecting them. You can see the ponds are covered up, and when it's a sunshiny day like this, it really generates a lot of heat. So it's good for the fish. I'm gonna try to keep up with the comments today. Ahmad's on. What's up, Ahmad? Lynn's on. Jack, Kelly Bender. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful day, Kelly. It's the weather's really nice. Alexis. Yeah, it's you couldn't ask for better weather. I mean, that's Florida for you in the wintertime. That's our really our best season. Beautiful day. Sydney, Karen K. So we're guys are doing some plumbing back here in the back. We're putting in some different valves. So we got everything cut out and working on it. But we've been truly blessed to, you know, have everything going good for the new building. It's been a great experience. No major mishaps. Everything's been really smooth. So fish are really enjoying the new building with the tanks. They're doing really well. So still got a lot to do. I'm waiting to finish the side here, and man, the battery's already dead on my gimbal. So let me try to figure that out. We got an overhang here for the building. Let's walk in here and look at some fish. Caught Mike on his lunch break. So just got a bunch of cardboard boxes in this past week. Lots more styrofoam. I know I haven't posted a lot about it, but we brought in some German strains of Africans that we're really excited about. So I'm going to show you a couple of these. I know the guys posted up some last week. This is the Chulumbas, and man, they are spectacular. So we brought these in for breeders. A lot of them, we've already started moving over to the breeding room. Some of the ruby reds. Ooh, man. So my gimbal's dead. We got some Vixen, Neochromis Macoby Island. And what's cool is the females are the OB ones. But we only got like a trio, which, at least it's a start for breeding. I always like to get more. We got the pink flash friar eyes. Those guys are really nice. And we actually started getting babies already from some of those guys. Got the black orange lithobates. Those males are starting to get some color. We got a new Borley strain. So this is the Namaliji, probably mispronouncing it, but it's a really nice Borley strain that doesn't get as big. And it's nice because we got locations to all this stuff. We got some white labs. You guys are really nice. The super red Hongis, but we ended up bringing in some more to boost up our breeding group. So that's really nice. We got some Jalo reefs. Those guys are nice. Man, I don't know why the glare is so bad. It seems like on the camera today, but we got a new Alana Cara type. And I'm really excited about these. I'd only seen pictures of them on the web, but these guys are really nice. So this is the Alana Carr Saffron, and the peacocks are like bright yellow. So it's just, I mean, I'm so excited to be able to have the space, to bring in shipments like this. We got some Gold Harbor Winthrops. Of course, they're not showing much color yet. The Elongatus Blue Neons. I hadn't seen this particular Elongatus type before, but the males color up at a really small size even, and they stay small, so that's going to be a really cool fish. We got some orange black Kobus. Those guys haven't started coloring up yet, but it's just, a lot of times when we get these strains from the U.S. in the past, they ended up, not being the right strains, and that's why we went to Germany to place this order, because those guys are really, really good at getting the right fish and making sure the location's correct. We got some blue Zaramobas. Those guys are looking nice. All types. White top Heras. We got red top Numbis. Those guys are nice. We got, these are called red sunflowers. This is also a new fish to us. It's a man-made collar variant. We don't know if it was line bred for the coloration or what, but really nice. Got some more tangs down here. Some shell dwellers. Alright, so my gimbal's dead. Let me see if I can get it to hold again. Alright. We just got the valves in to finish this rack up, so we're going to be starting on it next week. Finish plumbing these tanks, and I've got the tanks up top. A friend of mine called me up and said he had like 22 40-gallon tanks, so it'll work out perfect for us to finish this rack out, and then all we're waiting on is for the next shipment of tanks to come in, and we'll be building more racks. So I'm gonna walk kind of fast because my gimbal's dying down. So if it goes wonky here in a little bit, like now. So, some dragon bloods and some lemon jigs. So it's gonna get a little wobbly. I can't hold this thing that steady with my hand, but yeah, it's looking good. We are officially caught up with all our orders, so that's a good feeling. It was a really nice to have the building for the sale this year for Black Friday, because it allowed us to get these orders out much more efficiently than what it had been in the past. Alright guys, I'm on, because it's me walking around without my gimbals. I don't know if it's the battery's low. I thought I had it charged up all the way, but it could be too much weight. I've got my phone in the phone case, so that could be the problem. But I'm going to go here and just talk to you guys for a little bit, and then get back to work. The guys do want me to make an announcement today about gift cards. We're doing a sale on the gift cards, because it's a good time of year to, if you're looking for something for that fish, person, and a gift card's good. Jaden, what did we decide on the gift cards?
10% off all gift cards now through December 24th.
All right, and there's a promo code. Is that what we decided to do?
Yes, the promo code is Xmas gift card.
Xmas gift card. So
it's up on the website. It should be a pop-up.
yeah. So So for everybody that's wanting to buy that special fish person a gift, you could get a gift card, and the shipping is going to get kind of crazy the closer we get to Christmas. So it seems like every year we got people all the way leading up to Christmas trying to get a fish order placed. So depending on the weather and everything else, it'll determine how the shipping goes the closer we get to Christmas. So I'm gonna go through and answer some of these questions because I haven't been keeping up with the comments. So Susan is asking how the golden gar are doing. So the babies are doing good. We haven't went into the pond to see if any of the offspring are gold. We've just been crazy busy, but we've been keeping them fat and happy by putting lots of feeder fish in the pond, like live bears and other small fish. So that's to keep those gar from eating each other, which they're at a big enough size now that they hopefully won't be bothering each other. But we're going to be going in that pond pretty soon. I know the male, the gold male. I checked on him recently, and he seems to be real happy in his pond. So Harvey Simpson's on. What's up, Harvey? Karen K. EMC2 aquatics are the fish we're seeing for sale or breeding. There will be some of the German fish up for sale. We are keeping the majority of them back for breeders, but I do know that we put some on the website last week. Is there any of those left, Drayden?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's actually a page on the website for the German fish, so you could go there, and there's still some of them available. So, and as we move forward, we'll probably be adding some more of them up there. So, but the main reason we brought those in is just for breeding. Chris Stevens says the rack looks great. I appreciate it, man. We've been real happy with the racks. It took us a long time to figure out the exact design that we wanted, but they're worked out really good. So Florida Fish Rescue says they love the white labs. Yeah, we're excited to have them. Yeah, those Chilumbas, Ahmad, were really nice. Big size. A lot of the stuff we ordered at a smaller size just because the freight was like crazy expensive coming from Germany. So most of the fish that we ordered were, that 2 to 3 inch size on the peacocks and haps, but the Mabunas also, because we could just fit more in a box to ship over here to help kind of offset that freight cost. T Zadig says he's going to the site to order now. Nice, man. I appreciate the support. Yeah, Karen, we're loving the warehouse space too. It's just gives us so much more possibility. We're actually working on another Colombian order. So, I mean, you guys that have been following us for a long time, we were always so limited on space to bring in these wild caught shipments. So it's nice to, know that, moving forward, it is only going to get easier for us to bring in shipments of fish. So right now we're planning another Colombian order. As soon as we get these other 2 racks built, that's going to add like another 230 tanks. So we'll be running, at that point, it'll be close to 600 tanks that we're running in the new building. So it'll, allow us to bring in Peruvian fish, Brazilian, more stuff from Europe, Africa, Asia. I mean, it's going to be nice. And then that also, because we are breeders first, it's going to give us a lot of new fish to breed that we normally can't find here in the U.S. That's always been like a big hold up for us to breed this new stuff, is that it's difficult to get brood stock. So now that we're able to bring in, our own fish and, build relationships with a lot of the collectors, then we're going to be able to really expand the types that we're breeding. All right, Meatball Mark's in the house. What's up, Mark? John P. Exotic, Jerry. So, all right, I'm going to try to scroll back down. So, guys, I'm gonna keep it short today. I know I've been keeping them short the last few Fun Fridays, but I just wanted to come on and show you guys some of the updates and let you know about the promo code. So if you're looking for gift cards, for Christmas, then the gift cards are 10% off, and they're easy to use. Every year around Christmas time, it's a popular gift. So. Um, Yeah, Harvey's asking about the hats. Yeah, we have hats on for sale. I think we're almost out, so we're going to be ordering some more hats. We're also going to be ordering after the first of the year. We're going to get some more Imperial gear. We're going to get a few different designs in the shirts. It's um, it's going to be a lot more kind of swag gear available. Chemo's asking, what about food? Can you refund some of that shipping? It's about time for me. Yes. So when you place an order for just dry goods, you can email us, and we're going to refund. I think, what are we charging for dry goods typically for shipping?
Usually $9.99.
Yeah, so usually the shipping's $9.99 if you're just getting food or shirts or hats and stuff like that. So Eric Johnson said, "Thank you for the excellent shipping and great fish I received from you guys." I appreciate the support, Eric, and man, I can't tell you, like, it feels so good to know that our fish are, going into people's tanks, and that they're able to, know how to take good care of them. And the Imperial Fish Keepers group is, I mean, I love it. In fact, my dad just joined it a few days ago because he doesn't know how to use Facebook, so I had to, request to join the group for him, but he loves seeing it too. So it's just a great feeling to see our fish in other people's tanks, and the enjoyment. It's been a very stressful year for everybody, so the tanks have even become more passion for all of us. It's in a crazy world. It's nice to look at nature and enjoy it. So. Florida Fish Rescue's asking, pools are covered, household water heater. Oh, I think he was talking about the flower horns. Um, JD's talking about highs are in the mid 30s. Wow, yeah, yeah. A lot of areas it's going to be too cold to ship, but you'd be surprised. We are able to ship into some really, really cold areas. It really depends more on the storms. If there's a big storm blowing in to where it's going to affect the transit times for the shipment. But if it's just cold and the shipping lanes are good, I mean, I know for years we've been shipping into South Dakota in the dead of winter, and it's, always amazes me that, it's so cold outside, but with the technology, with the heat packs and the packing and everything, it's been very, very good shipping even in wintertime. So it's a lot more expensive for us with the packing and the packaging, but it doesn't matter. The most important thing is that we're able to get the fish to you. Jerry was asking how to get a hat. They should be on the website. I want to say we're down to like the last one, so I'm not sure what the inventory says, but if we will be ordering more. In fact, we'll probably be placing that order, if not today, next week. Ray's on. What's up, Ray? Big Tank Hank says he loves the progression. Nice. Low 40s in the mornings for Jack. Harvey's, he's talking about the covered ponds. Yeah, we got everything covered up that needed to be covered up. But it's been really cold here, and for Florida for December, I mean, we've had a couple of nights down in the 30s. So I know for you guys up north, that's not very cold, but for us, it's pretty cold. So, but the nice thing about Florida is that it might be in the 30s last night, and then it'll be back in the 70s and 80s the next day. So. Alexis is asking about shipping, and I think I explained a little bit about that. But Arkansas, I mean, we could pretty much ship into Arkansas any time of year, even in the dead of winter. We do, there is possible if we see like there's a a bad storm blowing through, that we might wait until after the storm blows through. But for the most part, I don't, very rarely do I ever see where we can't ship into Arkansas. All right. Bradley says they're going to be placing the order today for the neon green tetras. Those are really cool fish. I love them in a planted tank. So, all right, I'm going to get back down. Make sure everybody hits that like button. I know we got quite a few people on, and it tells us that you guys like seeing the fish, you like seeing what we're doing here at Imperial. And I know last Friday I went on when I was actually on the road traveling, but Black Friday this year was, just phenomenal, crazy. So it was nice because, I can look back at, the order history, and I've seen a lot of new first-time orders placed during that sale, and that's kind of why we do that. If you guys follow us, we haven't really done a lot of sales the last couple of years because, we just don't have didn't have the manpower to pack out so many orders. But this year for Black Friday, being in the new warehouse, it told us that there's really not much we can't handle with our packing. I mean, the crew here did an amazing job getting all these fish packaged up safely and getting them shipped out. So it was great, and we appreciate all the support that you guys have given us. So Eric says snow in Minnesota, man. Yeah, Chemo. I don't know. I've almost shaved the beard a few times here recently, but I think I'm gonna keep it for a while. So my youngest son, he's never even seen me without one. So one day I'm gonna surprise him. I tell the wife it's protecting my face from the UV rays. So Cichlid dude's asking if we're planning on getting any wild Oscars. Yes, I am. I love the wild type Oscars. There's a lot of actually different patterns depending on the location from the wild. So they weren't available the last time we ordered, but on this next shipment, I'd already made notes that I wouldn't mind bringing in some wild type Oscars. EMC2 Aquatics is when will you get more American cichlids in, Cubans in particular? We had a run on Cubans they've been selling like crazy. Which, I remember when we first started breeding them, we're like, oh, we don't need to have too many of them because, it's going to be, too many, for us to sell. But now I wish we would have probably bred more this summer. But we do have some growing up, and it shouldn't be long on the Cubans. But as far as the other American cichlids, I know when we place that order from Colombia, we're going to be bringing in, whatever new geos we could get. New severums, any of the epistogrammas that we could get. So yeah, we're going to definitely going to be bringing in some more American cichlids. Maple Street Aquatics is asking what fish do you have from Uruguay? We got quite a few. These were collected with Felipe Cantera, who was just a dear friend of ours that unfortunately passed away from a heart attack. And so we kind of hung on to all the fish that we had gotten from Felipe. Our good friend Spencer Jack from Canada, he would go down collecting with Felipe every year or two, and Spencer would bring the fish back to Florida. He'd bring them right to my place and say, I was like, well, how much do I owe you for them? And he's like, no, you don't owe me nothing. Just breed these fish. They're amazing fish. And, so we've been doing that. And so thanks to Spencer, we do have quite a bit of Uruguay fish. I know we've got the Rhabdotus, Gymnogeophagus rhabdotus, the Labiatus. We got the Gymnogymnes. Now, I'm not sure if the Gymnogymnes are available. I know we didn't have, as much breeding on those this summer or this spring and fall as we would have liked, because they're more of a cooler weather. In fact, a lot of those gymnos are probably breeding right now with this weather. We have the left-sided live bear, the Genencia, which, man, that has been a difficult fish. We had great success breeding it, and then it seems like the last year or so it's just been tough, because they are a very difficult one to breed. But I know we're working on the Genencia strain to try to boost that up. We got several other cichlid types. Trying to remember off the top of my head. Total, I would say about 8 different types of Uruguay fish. So we are going to be, having more and more of those available because a lot of them I started off with just a few fish. I know we even got like a whiptail catfish that came from Uruguay. So it's pretty cool, to be able to have some of those fish here. Anthony saying the red tiger severums I ordered from Colombia are awesome. Love the wild imports. Keep up the hard work. Thank you, Anthony. And I was excited to get those. Those tiger severums are been on my wish list for a long time, and several times I had thought about trying to get some fry because I knew a few people that had success breeding them, but I waited until I could get a Colombia order in, and yeah, so I'm super excited about those severums. I hear they get really big and nasty, but they just get spectacular the bigger they get. So, and we're going to be bringing in more and more wild stuff. So, Florida Fish Rescue says he's looking forward to seeing that whole warehouse full. I am too, man. It's pretty exciting. I mean, I don't know what all we're going to be able to fit in here, but it's going to be just spectacular. I mean, I don't know anywhere that's going to have this type of space and selection, with us being breeders, I'm just even more excited to be able to bring in these orders and be able to pick out some new strains to breed. So. Ali Shawn saying she's got the Terra Papuros, which are really nice. I've seen those pictures of those online and videos of them. Yeah, they do. A lot of times you got to get the fry when they're newborn. If not, they a lot of times they'll eat them. Ripsaw's on, made it. Jim Cummings bred blue severums. Can I get those? Well, Jim's a good friend of mine, and I want to say that blue severum that he's got is something that he noticed in his line that he was breeding, and he's just kind of selectively bred it. But Jim's also from Winnipeg, and he's good friends with Spencer. So Spencer keeps telling me and Jim that whenever we get ready, they could pull together a bunch of new fish and ship them down here. So it's a possibility that we might be able to get some fish from Jim in the future because he's already got several fish from us through Spencer, and he's got a lot more types that are just really cool. Jim's an amazing fish keeper. Shooter McGavin said he got his Jalo Reefs and Deepwater Haps. They're beautiful. Nice. And that's the thing, when we did the sell, I've seen a lot of people were like, well, that's a huge discount. What are they going to be sending us? Is it just like subpar? And that's not the way we do it. It's no different if before the sell or after the sell. We pick out the best. Oh, nice. Alishon's got another gymno type. I'm not even familiar with that one, but they kind of changed the names on a lot of these gymnos from Uruguay because when Spencer and them were going down there first collecting them, nobody had ever seen these fish before, at least outside of Uruguay, so they didn't have names. So a lot of them were given collection points, and then over time, with Felipe's work that he's done, a lot of the scientists have gotten involved, and they're actually starting to scientifically describe a lot of these fish. So, EMC2 Aquatics. That's a good question. When will we do our show tanks and how large? So I've done a little bit of research on different sizes, but I haven't really decided what size, what type. Who's going to make them. I have a few good friends. Mario is one of them in Orlando that builds big tanks. But the problem with the acrylic is, man, it's just so expensive. So if you're going to build 1,000-gallon acrylic tank, I mean, I can't even imagine what the price is going to be. I mean, you're looking at probably $10,000-$15,000 just for an all acrylic tank that size. So, the way I look at it is, all sides don't need to be acrylic. So we're actually been looking at, doing the front acrylic, doing some big acrylic windows on the left and right side, and doing the back with plywood, with some paintable or waterproof sealant, that epoxy stuff. I know my friends in Canada, they do a lot of tanks like that, and they've had them last for years. So I really haven't decided how we're going to build the tanks or who's going to build them, but really just focusing on getting all the rows of tanks done. And we're probably, it's going to be probably, I would say, May or June before we get all the rows built. Like even with the next row of tanks, 2 rows that we're building, that's a total of 5 rows of tanks, and I've got room for 7. So by the time we get those 2 rows built, it's going to probably be like February, March, and then we gotta, kind of grow inventory to fill those up, and then we'll decide on the next 2 rows what size of tanks and what exactly we're going to do, for the final 2 rows. And then I'll probably be looking at what big tanks we're going to put in here. And who knows, that last row, that 7th row coming this way, I might just do big tanks down that row, because originally I planned on doing them up front. But if 800 tanks is enough for me, with the stuff that we're bringing in, I might just do that last row with nothing but really big tanks, So, but I know they're going to be big, and I'm super excited about it, because then we could kind of work with the freshwater stingrays, the bigger fish that, like the frontosas, like on the fronts. We don't have a lot of big tank space for the winter time. Like summer and spring and fall, we're good with our, most of our ponds and tanks. But once it comes winter time, like the fronts, they don't like that. Anything when it gets down to 70 degrees, they're not very happy, or below 70. So they're deep water fish, so they can handle, low 70s, no problem. But they just don't like it when it gets below that. So yeah, it'll give us some big stuff to not only do for show tanks, but I'm not going to just do a tank just to look at. We're actually going to use them for breeding. Yeah, Florida Fish Rescue. That's what we're thinking, is the big plywood tanks with acrylic fronts. I think that's the most economical, and that way we could go big. So. Oh yeah, Tom from Bucks County. All right, nice. All right, so I always talked to Tom for years, but these YouTube names, I'm always confused. Like, all right, who am I talking to here? So now Tom Gooley, I know Tom very well. So, all right, yep, stingrays. I can't wait to get some black diamonds, Leopold eyes, flower rays. I love all the stingrays. So. Yeah. So, all right, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate everybody joining us today, and sorry that my gimbal died on me, because I was going to show you more of the fish, but that gives us something to show you guys next week. Hopefully, come next Friday, we'll have time to go live again and give you some more updates, and just kind of pay attention to the Facebook page. I know Drayden's been doing a great job with getting a lot of the new fish up, getting good photographs, and then also we'll be making announcements for the new order. Also the Imperial Tropicals Fish Keepers group. If you're not already a member of that, I would suggest joining. It's just been a great resource that hobbyists could go to learn about fish. I mean, that is the main place that we're sending people that are new to fish keeping, so they could go and get, lots and lots of great advice on not only the best ways to keep their fish, but what foods to feed, also what equipment, to use, because like all the equipment that we use here, it's all like commercial equipment. It's not something you would find at a Petco or PetSmart. So we're really not up to date with the latest and greatest filtration that is available out there. So the group has really been able to help people know what works best. So So I really appreciate all the help the members on that group have been giving everybody. So, but all right. Well, everybody have a great weekend. Thank you, Ahmad, for all that you do. I know he's been just a special person to us, and he's just he's one of the few people that I say few. There's a lot, but that I know that he generally just cares about us. Like he's not in it for himself and whatever he get, but and it's a great feeling to be able to have those relationships with people that we wouldn't have had, without selling fish online and getting to know everybody. Um, so thanks for all that you do. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Have a safe weekend. Please stay safe. This coronavirus, this COVID-19 is scary stuff. Like it's really been bad lately. So please wear your mask when you go into public places. I know there's a small percentage of people out there that don't believe in this stuff, but it's we need to do everything that we could do to keep the people that are high risk safe. So please be safe out there, and be smart, and everybody stay warm. I know it's cold, so have a great weekend. And like I said, I do appreciate everyone. So I'm just very thankful. So have a good weekend.